Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. On this week's episode, we're joined by Kelly, who will tell us all about her improvisational journey. We'll play a couple games and most importantly, learn how she improved her life. Let's hit it. Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Lee Evans, and tonight I'm joined by Kelly, the eater of breakfast, stylish nails, consumer of content, Kelly!
Yay.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Fabulous.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kelly. It's an honor to have you here.
It's an honor to be here.
You're the first guest recording in 2026.
I was going to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm dating myself, but yeah.
That's all right. It's the audience knows there's a bit of a delay, but that's all part of the magic.
It is.
You know, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
Yeah, I do as well. Patience is something that I think we, as a society, we struggle with because, so many things are like, so instant. But, it's good. It's good to make people wait.
But it also, I think, gives hope that as we age, right, better things are coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right?
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't view getting older as always a bad thing.
Yeah, our best days are ahead of us.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't peak yet. You didn't peak in high school. There's still time. Well, I did, but for everyone else,
I was going to say, I felt like I did too.
No,
but it's okay. It's
not even close. I was at the bottom of the peak, looking up.
You're not that short.
That's true. Yeah, that's close to average. Oh, I just meant status though in high school. I wasn't even talking about my height.
No, I remember you talking to Matt about that. That's why.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I was like, he's very comfortable with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But see, you're fresher on that episode than I am. I was there, for that, but that was
a great one.
That was probably 2.5 years ago.
It was.
And I've done, a number of podcasts since then. So it all just.
Matt, you look great.
Looked. Yeah, I know. What happened?
Okay, my verbs are not always the best.
He's been working out. He's been going to Orange Theory. He's getting up.
He was personal training, and I think he does pickleball.
Yeah, a lot of pickleball. That man is a force. Played against him. It was tough.
Wow.
It's tough. I'm also not very good at pickleball. I've played twice, so I don't really.
I haven't done it yet. Yeah.
See, watch out. Once you start, it gets in your head. I was a hater for a long time. And then I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun.
Is it free?
I found like a community group online and went and played with them, and I think it was free.
Just curious, because you don't normally find.
Yeah, but I'm not. I know there's a lot of groups. It's like you pay like $5 or something. You show up, or like there's places where you can rent courts, but there's a lot of parks. At least I live on the east side of town, like Monterey Park, Alhambra, Lincoln Heights. There's a lot of like parks that have courts set up for it out there, and you can just go and show up.
So you're dedicated to come to the west side.
Yeah. I work on the west side, so this isn't too far. That's like 15 minutes from my workplace. So
got it.
Not so bad. Yeah, so I just pop over, get a little dinner, and come here to work. Yeah. So you get used to it. I know many people drive far for IFTP.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
But speaking of IFTP, Kelly, how'd you find this old place here?
I read the 5-star Google reviews, and it was really close to where I live. Right?
Perfect. Wait, Google or Yelp?
Google.
Okay, so Google Maps then. You were on there. Or
I think I just Googled it, right?
Yeah,
it just came up. I did check Yelp too, and they were all
cross-reference.
5 stars. So this is good.
Okay. And when was that? When did you search that up?
Maybe January of last year.
Okay, so a year ago.
Yes.
Searched it up and you're like, this place, there's no way it's that good. Look at all these reviews.
No, I think they're actually all 5 stars. And everyone said that everyone was very friendly and welcoming and really enjoyed their time and left very detailed reviews. So when people use a lot of words, I feel like that's very truthful.
Yeah, because they're willing to put time into that review.
Yeah.
I think I remember when I heard about this place, and then I also did the same thing. I looked it up, cross-reference, Yelp, Google, what are we seeing? Never heard of this. Okay. But yeah, I'm still here. So you're still here, right? So that's a pretty good sign.
That's a good sign. Yeah. Longevity.
Yeah. Longevity. Right? Definitely. Yeah. You don't want to see people show up for a month or two and then they're gone.
Yeah. I think that's more of a type of person
Yeah,
than
that's
anything,
true. Yeah.
right? I think that the best things happen when you work toward getting better. And I'm excited to see how I improve in the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's a long-term investment.
Yeah.
See, good things come to those who
They
wait.
do.
There
That's
it
what I
is.
was going to
There it is.
say. Longevity is our theme.
That's gonna come back. All right, Kelly. Well, before we get into your story a little more, we got to play some 3 things.
Okay.
It's tradition here on the podcast.
Okay.
We got 3 categories. I'd say 2 of them are related to you. One of them is just fun.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
All right.
But you know how to play?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. These are 3 things. First category: sandwiches.
Turkey,
1,
flingers,
2,
French dip sandwiches.
3. Very nice. Very nice.
Felipe. Okay, there we go. I was like,
yeah, Philippe's. Yeah. Next category. Favorite Harry Potter books or movies? You can only pick 3.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Nice. Prisoner of Azkaban.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
And Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. Very nice. Last category: 3 Lord of the Rings characters.
Ooh, always the elves.
Anyone in particular?
Elrond,
Elrond. Ooh.
the Lady Gadriel,
Ooh, yeah.
and Orlando Bloom's character.
Legolas. These are 3 things.
I was like, it's supposed to be fast. Hold on, I'm seeing his face.
Yeah, you're like Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. You got
I mean, that's a great lineup right there. All right, circle back. So your sandwiches, I kind of like that first you start off turkey, classic sandwich. And then the next 2 were just like 2 very specific restaurants.
downtown LA.
Yeah. Langers and Philippe's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had Langers. That's the thing. I need to go. Pastrami.
Yeah,
I mean,
it used to be $20 pre-pandemic. Now it's $30, and they're not open for dinner.
For a sandwich, 30?
Yeah, does not include the fries.
Doesn't include
But
fries.
you get a pickle.
I do like the pickle with the sandwich, but $30? I just go to the Hat. Well, they're also expensive now too, though.
Yes, you get. Actually, they got smaller. So you don't.
Shrinkflation.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's a
but it's a
bummer.
classic.
Yeah, I need to go. That's one of
Once.
one of those main LA things. I don't know why I haven't done it. I've been to Philippe's plenty of times.
It's got smaller,
Yeah.
or my stomach got bigger. But either one.
Maybe it's both.
Well, I think it's both. Yeah.
I will say I went to Philippe's like probably 15 years ago, the first time I had it, and I loved it. And then
Yeah.
I had it maybe within the past 6 months. It was not the same.
Same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It was not the same. I still enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
maybe that's just because I was younger.
I actually was thinking that you had a more elevated palate now that you've gotten older for 15 years.
Maybe that's true. I've eaten
Yeah.
a lot of sandwiches in my day. Not to
Right.
brag, but
Yeah, more than the turkey.
yeah, more than the turkey.
You
Sometimes
went to Subway.
yeah, I went to Subway. I've been to Quiznos, Subway. No, Quiznos, those don't really exist anymore.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not around. Do you have like what's your go-to sandwich? Like if you had to eat one, like
turkey.
eat a sandwich right now.
Turkey.
Turkey. That's a
Yeah.
great choice.
Brown bag. For 15 years of my life,
Yeah.
it's the easiest thing to pack as a
Wheat
kid.
bread, white bread. What are we talking here?
Sourdough.
Sourdough. Ooh, fancy. You got cheese, lettuce. What else you got going on?
Nothing.
No, just turkey, sourdough, no condiments.
No mayonnaise. Nothing.
Wow.
Basic.
Salt and pepper.
You put that on a sandwich?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah.
No.
More if you have like tomato though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, impressive. I respect your dedication to the classic turkey.
Yes.
All right, next category. What I ask you about Harry Potter?
Because I put that as one of my favorite shows, books. Oh, I guess it is a show and a movie.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be.
was gonna say,
It's gonna be real soon. How do you feel about that remake?
Okay, I actually
show.
haven't seen the show or
it's not
thought
out
much
yet.
about
It's
it.
not out
It's
yet.
not out yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see The Cursed Child
Ah,
because my childhood crush was Draco Malfoy. So
He's
Tom
in it right now,
Felton's,
yeah.
yes, in New York. So I'm going to brave the winter to go see him in person. And I was number 22,186 in line for the virtual queue.
wow, 22,000. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You got to see. He's not in anything right now, but Daniel Radcliffe. He does Broadway stuff, just not Harry Potter.
That would be cool.
He's been in a couple other shows.
Yeah. No, I heard he actually loves acting for acting.
He's really
right?
good.
The purist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him like 2 years ago. He was in a show in New York, musical. It was
Okay.
fantastic. Called
That's really
Merrily
cool.
We Roll Along. It was really great. And it's just like, that's him right there.
That's Harry Potter.
Yeah. And see, he had glasses on, different character, of course, but it's like,
right. No, you're him.
He still kind of look like, yeah. I mean, he always will. It's just kind of
his trademark.
Yeah.
His face.
Played that role for a long time. Yeah. All right. And then Prisoner of Azkaban, I have to agree. I think that's my favorite.
Sirius Black.
Yeah. Sirius Black, the werewolves. There's just a lot of intrigue in that one. Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah.
It's good.
Betrayal.
And the movie, too, is, I think, one of the better movies as well.
Because I think the Harry Potter series, like, it gets positive, and then it starts getting dark.
And then Voldemort comes back, and you're like, oh, uh-oh.
And then people start dying.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of people. Yeah, it gets real dark. I think books, though, I really liked the Order of the Phoenix book, but I think the movie's just kind of okay.
I think that the movie's a little too short.
Yeah, because that was the longest book.
It was, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember being like, man, this thing is hefty. And
didn't show up in the...
Yeah, the movie was okay. Because like Umbridge I love Umbridge because she's so like awful. You're like, well, this lady's crazy. She comes in and she's taking control. But yeah. Oh, well, what can you do? All right. Last category, Lord of the Rings. Why'd I ask you about that, Kelly?
Because I also said that was my favorite.
Excellent choice. Excellent. I love Lord of the Rings. I will always talk about it. And, I will always defend it. And you love the elves, which is a great pick as well.
I think most people would say that. It just seems something to aspire to, right?
Yeah.
They're so not like us in a lot of different ways, being universally like beautiful, right? Don't die, magical, wise.
Yeah, great fashion. Yeah, the robes, I mean.
So it's hard not to speak against, not to pick them. Besides like that one line about like hobbits being the capacity for little people to surprise you.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's like really beautiful to not underestimate anyone.
Yeah.
Right?
And the Shire looks like a nice place to live too, I gotta say.
I do the Shire ASMR. Right?
Just get the sounds of the Hobbit sounds in the background.
Yeah.
The green dragon. All that. I mean, that's fair. That's the thing. If I had to pick, I would not live in the world of men.
No.
Pick elves or hobbits for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like hobbits are just like, they just like hang out. They like drink, they smoke, they dance.
Slowly. They live life so slowly. Right? No drama. Yeah. Just boring. But in a beautiful way, right? That life is supposed to be simplistic.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't need, it's very different than our own lives.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have to wear shoes. It's like, what? Come on. What is this?
I think shoes are good.
That's true. I think for public spaces, it's good that people have shoes. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to live in a world where nobody was wearing shoes all the time.
At least not me.
It'd get real gross out there.
Exactly.
It's too gross out there.
Yeah. If we lived in the Shire, then we could do it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone might be a little cleaner. But yeah, our infrastructure is not at a point where we could support a barefoot population.
Not yet.
Not
Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah. Not here. Probably not. We got a lot of work to do. All right. Enough about not wearing shoes. Also, I challenge everyone, don't wear shoes to work tomorrow. See what happens. Are you in?
I'll be at home. So yes.
Okay. Yes. I'll be in the office tomorrow. I'm not going to wear shoes. Might be my last day. No, I think they just ask me to put on shoes.
Yeah.
And I'd probably be like, yeah, good point.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'd like to keep my job, I think
or they would just be worried for your health because I think a lot of like most diseases come through your feet. They're the most porous.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Oh, interesting.
Right. In terms of like cleaning supplies, you should always like, carefully step.
Huh. Something to think about. All right. Shoes at work. Wear them. Okay. All right, Kelly. So we've talked about shoes. We've talked about Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. We've talked about the price of pastrami in the year of our Lord 2026. But what we need to talk about, you teased it a little bit, but this little place. So take us back, Kelly. I want you to think about the first time in your life when you heard about improv.
Okay, I was at a conference and I was meeting one of my friends for the first time. You know when you meet a wonderful person in line?
Yeah.
Actually, when you have a drink ticket And then they're asking you, so where do you get the drinks? Right? And you strike up a conversation because you have nowhere else better to be.
Yeah, because you're waiting in line.
Yeah, it's a good way to meet people.
Yeah.
But she was a serial hobbyist. So every quarter she did different things like dragon boat racing, learning Chinese. So she talked about doing improv in Florida. And for me, someone who has that passion for so many different things, she kind of wanted to be like a Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, like
right?
Renaissance, yeah.
And I don't hear that very often.
Oh, you don't at all.
And I was just so fascinated by just becoming better at things that I wasn't good at.
Yeah.
So that's when I moved to the West Side. I was like, all right, they should have improv just because I knew like, you know, the acting culture, just like everyone hears it, right? So I Googled it and that led me to here. But actually, I didn't actually know what improv was. And I didn't Google it besides like, where is it by me?
Yeah.
I kind of just went in cold.
Wow.
And I was really hoping and thinking that the first class was going to be a lecture about what improv was and to break it down into the different dynamics to create some sort of repeatable formula, right? Really big into school and that way that we learn.
Yeah.
So it amazed me and was very horribly frightening when that was not the case.
Yeah.
It was with Gavin. So Matt was out that first week. And I just remember Gavin saying, so pretend you're in the South, have an accent, and then there's 3 chairs. Yeah. And I was like, is there anything more? And I don't think I've ever trembled or was so nervous in my entire life. And the only thing I could think of was Southern accents. Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side. What do I know about this?
Yep.
And I made it through.
You made it through. You're here right now.
I made it through.
Yeah. Wow. I love that expectation you had going into the first class. Did you bring a notebook and a pen?
I did not, because I assumed they would give us one.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Right? Yeah. We're in person, right? In-person materials.
Yeah.
Or just having a discussion.
Yeah. I
didn't actually know that you perform, that I would perform.
Yeah.
So early on.
Yeah, like right away. Yeah, like within the first like 10, 15 minutes, you will have been up there at least once.
Yes. Yeah. I remember just thinking, there's going to be a bathroom break. Am I going to come back? Like I think it probably crosses more people just to be like, would anyone miss me? Would anyone notice? Right? Yeah. It would be so easy to just like give up. Yeah. But I didn't like the wording give up. So I stayed.
Yeah. You're like, well, I already showed up anyway. Yeah. Might as well finish it. Okay. We're going to rewind really quick. Okay. So that was your first time, like you heard the term improv from this friend you made in line at a conference in Florida.
Yeah.
Told you about improv. Prior to that, maybe growing up, had you done any sort of like performing arts, like music, dance, singing, anything like that?
Piano.
Okay. Yeah. So you'd done recitals, I bet, at some point?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd been on stage, kind of done that whole thing.
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
About piano?
Yeah.
That my mother had high goals.
Mine did as well, so I understand.
Right? Yeah. Everyone starts out with something and you don't really appreciate it at the time, right? They just tell you it's so great to do while you're young. Yeah. And then you stop because you're no longer young and you don't do it again. Yeah. You're like, wow, that actually was a very beautiful gift that you appreciate as we've aged. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think I did piano for 5 years and now like, ooh, yikes.
Right.
I don't know how I can do some scales. I know the keys.
I know what scales are.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
But
it's outside of that, I'm not whipping out some sheet music and playing it.
But I wish. I never thought I would think to myself, I wish I could. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because I think I appreciate getting into a flow state, right? In terms of, always be on your phone or just like always being distracted, but I feel like it's the arts or something you're doing to focus on something very precise. That's the only time you could calm your brain. And I feel like piano playing would also do that.
Yeah. It's definitely a lost thing. I like that comment, about getting on your phone. Like, I think we lose a lot of that. Like, a lot of people, I think my age, I'm in my 30s, like, hobbies have disappeared because it's just like, I go home and go on my phone, like whatever. And then I go to work and then I go to bed and like, that's it, but we lose all these other things that we used to do, or grew up doing.
Right. I actually think because hobbies was my 2025 thing to do, right? So I was someone who did nothing, right? Yeah. We're talking about nothing like, school, the traditional things.
Yeah.
Right. But hobbies, because some people take it very frivolously, like, it's just a hobby, right? Like as if it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. And you're like, no, I think this is the best that I could do for myself in terms of becoming multidimensional. And when you actually work at something that you're not very good at, it gives you the confidence to working towards becoming better. Yeah. And that skill set that I think you could layer on all your different hobbies and become better and more confident and just more empowered. And don't you want to become Leonardo da Vinci? Right?
Yeah.
To experience life more fully.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Made some great drawings. I can't draw like that. Can you?
No. I mean, I think it's one of those things where they tell you were really good as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? You're really good at drawing like cats and dogs. And then all of a sudden, 10 years later, you're like, I really wasn't.
Yeah. You're like, they lied.
I guess I was precocious, right? Ahead of my time for being 5, but for being 15, no.
Ooh, no. I was behind my time. Yeah. That visual arts did not work out for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And really, stick figures are fine. Very cool. Okay. So jumping back to improv. So you learn about it. You pick this. Was that the hobby you chose for 2025? You're like, I'm going to get into improv.
No, I was trying to do something every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did improv. I started Pilates and I tried lifting weights too.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But you stuck with improv.
And Pilates.
Yes. That's fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, picking up 1, but 2 hobbies, I think that's a pretty huge accomplishment.
I tried.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn to teach Pilates now. So that's my 2026 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The student becomes the master.
That was the whole point, to be able to really embody something that I was a beginner at, to hopefully like inspire people to try it and do it. Because I was not athletic and not very good at physical things. But now, as you age, right, you think about what's good for your body, what you should be doing, but you only do things that you like doing.
Yeah.
Right. And Pilates, you do part of it lying down. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, game changer. Like,
I might be onto something here.
I found something I actually like to do. Yeah. Right. To keep me healthy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think a lot of people would buy in just from like, wait, I get to lie down for part of this.
You do.
I do. Anytime I've taken a yoga class and there's a time where you go on the floor and lie down, I do always look forward to that. I'm like, well, it'd be a real shame if we stayed here for a little bit.
But it's encouraged, right? It's the only time that it's encouraged for you to relax and to really connect with yourself. Yeah. And I think that messaging is kind of lost.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And you get a good stretch while you're down there too,
which is so important.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know stretching was so hard. I didn't know I was so stiff, right? Because I sit a lot. Like
I do too.
What most people do.
Yeah. Sedentary jobs.
Right. And then what you don't know, I just realized that when you stretched, you should actually embrace the pain.
Yeah.
Because you should be stretching it out.
Yeah. Because that means something's happening. Yeah. I've definitely found myself, as I've, in more recent years, since I started my 30s, a little bit ago, I found myself needing to stretch more. Like, I have like a pull-up bar at home I'll hang from, and like to decompress my back. That looks
really good, yeah.
And like I'll like twist, and I'm like, like I feel my lower back. Like,
no, that is the best thing I've heard you could do for you.
It feels real good because I sit like all day. I'm at a computer.
No, I'm impressed. Very impressed.
We're all trying to keep things running. Yeah. Yeah. But Pilates, improv, stuck with both through the year. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. So your first improv class, thought it was going to be a lecture. It was not.
It was not.
You got right into things.
It was not.
But you finished that first class.
I did.
You got through it.
Yes.
What made you come back the next week?
I don't like giving up because it's hard. I only like giving up when I don't think it's worth it. Right. And just seeing how comfortable people are with not only themselves, but being able to interact with people.
Yeah.
I was like, that is such a beautiful skill just to be able to connect. That I want that.
Yeah.
Right. But so I tried.
Yeah.
Kept trying.
Which is really all anyone can ask. You showed up and you tried. Even if you don't like it, you still showed up and tried.
Right.
You know, versus like you didn't do the introduction, the warm-ups, and then you're like, yeah, I'm out of here. You know, because like you said, you could have just slipped off to the bathroom. I know that's probably happened before. Like people have done that in their first class, which, you know, you got to do whatever's best for you. But I do respect folks who are like, maybe this isn't for me, but I'm going to stick it out and see what happens.
Right.
And then they learn to love it, or, you know, maybe realize they do really enjoy it or see the value in what they could learn in class.
Just to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's hard for me. Sometimes it's hard to love something until I feel like I'm good enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Over the initial hump where you're like, oh, wow, this is painful.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're like, no, this is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brings me joy.
Yeah. I mean, we all like to do things that we feel good at because that makes us feel good. But,
Right.
you know, but you always have to get there.
I was like,
right?
I need to get there.
Yeah.
So I would say,
keep showing up.
I would say, and people had told me that it takes 3 classes. So the first 3 classes are really hard if it was initially really hard for you and you're a total beginner. And then it starts to get good.
Yeah. And you feel that was true?
Yes.
Okay. So you're like 3 classes. You're like, okay, I see what this is about. I got 1 more class this month. Because you made the decision, you didn't do 1 month. You didn't do 2 months.
I was going to give it 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
And now what month are we at?
Like 9. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. But even giving it 6 months is like awesome. You know, just
I
setting
think
that
you just
goal.
don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't know until you give it time.
Yeah. The appropriate amount of time. And looking back just from that first month to now, how do you think you've grown as an improviser?
In a lot of different ways. I actually love when Matt asks that question, you know, like what does improv bring you?
Yeah.
I think that it's helped me appreciate people better and always to try to bring some sort of lightness into a conversation, because sometimes, especially at work, you're trying to rush things or something, you need something, right? And you don't take into consideration that you can make not only your life easier, but someone's life a little bit better if you just like, you know, try to say something positive just to be able to connect. And just because, like, you know, at the end of the class, we always talk about what we appreciate about each other, what something someone did really well.
Yeah.
And so I try to give a lot more compliments, right, intentionally, just because it feels really good to be recognized. And I noticed that because someone, Lisa, in one of my classes when I was really bad, she was like, oh, you're doing so much better. And right, just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that just brought me so much hope. And I didn't understand the power of that. And so I was like, if I just incorporate that into whoever I interact with, you just never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And also, I think one really cool thing about the way improv is set up is that it's such a tight feedback loop.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things that we do either at work, like sometimes my boss doesn't review my paperwork for like a while, right? You're like, is this good? Do they like it?
You get a review like once or maybe twice a year.
Or like when it's due, right? They're just like, oh no, we just need to submit this. Like, it doesn't matter how it is. It's so last minute, right?
Yeah.
But in improv, like Matt, like will cut you off and be like, you could do this better, or you're doing really good, or just say it like this. Or he'll tell me how I've grown, add more emotions to it. And it helped me, I think, evolve quicker. So every week I'd go in and be like, I'm going to get better. I don't know what I'm going to get better at, but I'm going to get better at something. And to me, that was really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, that immediate feedback loop. Yeah, most things in life aren't like that.
No.
Where you get that. It takes time. Someone has to write a review, or you just never hear any feedback at all.
Right.
Yeah. So many things are not like that. So yeah, that is a really good point. It's a nice place. You can go to class, you know, after you do a scene, you're immediately going to talk about it afterwards.
Yes.
You're going to have a moment. You're going to get feedback from the teacher, from your classmates, right? Positive or negative. Either way, it's still constructive.
And I think that just makes it easier to accept feedback in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, because you're constantly getting it.
And you realize that it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't, And even if you do get a piece of feedback, it's like, yeah, I do need to work on that. I think it won't totally derail you.
No.
Like in other contexts, it might, just because that's the only thing you hear for months or years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to desensitize your sensitivities, I feel like I'm a lot stronger person because of it.
You're more stable because you're not like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm so bad. I was like, no, we'll find something good or we could do better. And he tells you exactly how.
Because I know in my personal experience, I've taken an improv class where you're not given much by the teacher. You get one piece of feedback or one scene really doesn't go well. And then that's all you really take home with you. And you're like, well, it's over. I'm done with improv.
Right.
Yeah. But that's not the case. And no matter how long you've been doing improv, 10 years, 10 months, 10 days, like you're going to have scenes that miss sometimes. It's just the nature of the art form.
Right.
Because it is made up. Like, it's a tough thing to do. You're not going to hit 100% of the time.
It is, but I think that because improv is such a gift, right? You're continually giving to your audience, kind of giving to yourself and to your partner, right? You'll get something.
Yeah,
right?
Always.
Might not always hit the mark that you want to, but you'll become a more giving person.
Yeah.
And I think that is a beautiful thing, and you'll get more back by wanting to give first.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. I want you to tell me, Kelly, what's maybe one exercise that you really enjoy in class? And what's one exercise that's like, you're like, oh, darn, we're doing this one.
So I actually really love either a good constraint or some good words on a paper. One time Matt had us all write something down and then it was something that just had to come up. And I was like, oh, just to know that I wasn't alone.
Yeah, you had something.
I had some sort of paper that was going to guide me to the story, the moment. Was amazing. Or even just rhyming, just knowing I had to rhyme. I knew what I was supposed to do. It's like you had a lecture and you know what the objective is. I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones I do not like. Don't listen, Matt.
Yeah. Shut it off, Matt. Skip for 3 minutes.
He hasn't done it for a while.
Okay.
Luckily.
It's going to come up next week.
Oh my gosh. I always kind of hold my breath.
Yeah.
Is when he tells us that we have to find a character. Either when we're around the room and then you call that name, like Nancy Ann is a strawberry seller. And you're like, and you have to go in and pretend you're a strawberry seller. Right? Because I don't know what a strawberry seller does. And you have to be alone, right? I guess I don't like being alone.
Yeah, you like the back and forth.
And riding the bus is...
Riding the bus.
Riding the bus to come up with your own character, I just find so difficult. Yeah. Because there's not a lot of give from someone else, right? You just have to become someone else and then enter a scene and then play that character.
Yeah. You make a choice and then just be like, what comes from this?
Yes. Yeah. Because actually I love the relationships part.
But you don't have that.
But you don't have it. Yeah.
It doesn't exist yet.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're by yourself, you can't build a relationship yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just establishing yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
I guess I just love collaborating.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, that is a really good thing for improv.
Yeah.
You're in the right art form. If you were in stand-up, I'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the writing process, you could, brainstorm, but at the end of the day, it's up to one person to perform.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tonight, the game that we're going to... No, I'm kidding. I'm just going to yell a character and you're going to do it. That would be so mean. I think I can't remember. I think I did do that with someone at one point. I was very mean to them. And I was just like, do this, go. Do this, go.
They must have been already really good.
I couldn't tell you who it was, but I know I just really wanted to mess with them. Just to be mean.
Yeah.
But don't worry. When we get to that later, I'm not going to be mean like that.
Okay.
Or am I?
There might be a couple cuts in there.
Yeah, there might be a couple cuts. No. Don't worry about that. Okay. So improv, you stuck with it for 9 months. And I think you're planning to continue it.
Yes.
It seems. Thinking about 2026, right? You mentioned this, I think, before we started recording. So your goal with Pilates, right, is that you're working on becoming an instructor.
Right.
You said, hey, I've been doing this for about a year. I think I've learned enough. I'm ready to start sharing and teaching with other people. For improv, is there any other places you're hoping to take that, this skill that you have and put it anywhere else? Moving out of the classroom, what does that look like for you this year?
I asked Matt to be in a show one day. I'm hoping that day is in 2026.
In 2026.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it is January. The year is young.
I think I have enough time to get better.
Yeah.
I just think that to think of myself as a performer would be really cool. I feel like it would be the next level. Just knowing that I started in a classroom and could actually go in front of a broader audience and be able to play, I think would bring me a lot of satisfaction.
Yeah, absolutely. There definitely is a difference in how it feels. And I think you will experience that. You'll be like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And I think you have the right mindset. I mean, you're doing class. You're always thinking about things you can learn and improve. And, always, if you feel like you're ready, put that out there to Matt and see what happens, I have no power and I don't decide who goes on the shows, but I think, in my opinion, you're taking the right steps. And, like if you were like, I'm going to stop taking classes and Matt, just put me in a show though. And then I'm going to disappear for a year. That might not be in your favor, but that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's a good leap and something good to work towards.
I think so too.
Yeah. Have you thought about is there any other areas within improv or within comedy you've ever thought about exploring?
I know Matt also teaches stand-up and it only intrigued me, the writing process. And when I went to my first stand-up show to watch, I thought it very beautiful that people took hard stories from their life that could be kind of painful experiences, right, as you're growing up. And they were able to make something really positive and beautiful out of it. So I thought that it would be such a wonderful way to reflect back on my own life, right? Whatever, because we all have something that could go from something dark to something positive. And if you share the positivity, I feel like that kind of rebrands maybe and changes your own opinion of yourself. Yeah. And also just the idea of being on stage alone is frightening. So that would be something that I could admire myself for trying. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Maybe that's 2027's hobby.
Could be.
There you go. Stand up. I was going to say, stand up is a piano recital, but there's no piano and you have to talk.
And you have to talk and people are looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the tough part.
I know.
But it's fun to try. I took a class with Matt, it was a few years ago, and I did it, and I answered the question. I was like, what is stand-up like? Now I know. Yeah. And, it's not my favorite. I prefer improv, but I know, answer the question. Right. So definitely, if that's something you're interested in down the line, do it. And then you can see how it's different and how it's similar to improv as well. Yeah. There's crossover between all these things, just little bits here and there.
I think overall, it's just a way that I'm learning how to communicate better.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think improv in particular can really help with that too. Like listening, right? And you were talking about before, like even seeing people, right? Both in scenes, but also just out in the world, right? Like you mentioned work, like your interactions with other people. That's a big part of my job too. I'm dealing with people all day because they're asking me questions. Where do I plug this in? Why is this not working? And it's like every time I interact with someone, how am I handling it? How am I approaching them? Am I really listening? Right? In improv, sometimes we get on stage and we have our own agenda and we don't try and listen. I know sometimes I do the same thing at work where I'm like, yeah, I know what your problem is. Let me fix it. Where sometimes I'm wrong, and because I didn't listen, I missed some key details. Does that, does that resonate with you at all?
No, I like listening to people. I think this is just a deeper way to listen, to not only look at the words, but also the intention, right? I always am curious about where people come from. So where, maybe how they speak or why they chose that moment to speak, I think is really interesting. But another element that I thought was a really unique takeaway from improv is that it's the first time in my life that I feel like my mind could go blank. You know how you're sometimes you're somewhere, but you're thinking about your to-do list. I need to get my Amazon package. I need to call my mom, right? But you can't do that because there's not enough space. Yeah. When you're trying to perform a scene. And so that's, people always talk about meditation. Yeah. And I could not do that. I have the headspace. I tried Calm for a little bit, right? All the gurus this is going to change your life. Yeah. but I could never get there. But improv was the only time I could think of nothing except for that moment. And I think that has just been really beautiful to really stay present in a non-cheesy way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once a week, guaranteed.
Right.
You have a place you can come to, 2.5 hours, and you're not going to be able to do or think about really any of those other things. You're going to be like, oh man, I didn't call my mom again. You know, I've been there.
Yeah.
And it's, you're just focused on what's going on in class. You're watching the other scenes. You're thinking about your own performance. And it's good to just have that separate headspace.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Because not a lot else in life, I think, gives you that opportunity, you know,
to calm.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I make better decisions knowing that I can calm myself down by letting the thoughts go. Like so many people try so many different things to get to that headspace.
Yeah.
But I think improv does give you that ability.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it gives you some separation too. Just like, hey, let me get away from all that for a little bit. Just going to be me, do my thing, have some good laughs.
Yeah.
And I'll get back to it when I'm done. You know, I just remember always looking forward to coming to class here. I used to take the Wednesday nights. It was a great way to break up my week. You know, I'd come in, okay, made it to Wednesday. Great. I get to do improv. Now I'm refreshed. Go get through these last couple days of work. You know,
Such an adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like, after really good class. I remember like my best class, like, it, you know, I just took photos of myself afterwards and I'm not really a selfie person, but I just wanted to capture how happy I was.
Yeah.
And I had just never felt that like alone, just to keep that momentum to be like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that was just so fun the whole time. Like we were just so in tune and on beat. It was one of those like beautiful moments with people.
Yeah, and I think when a class like that is really going right, everybody's just on the same page. It's incredible.
It is. It doesn't always happen, right? Because it's hard to get everyone on the same page, the same beat. But when it does, like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I think what they call that group mind, where just everybody's kind of like bought in.
Yeah,
you see it clicking on stage. You're like, wow. Or you're in the moment. And you're like, we're just. Yeah, it's like, have you ever played that game? I think Matt does this in classes where like two people come up, you count. It's called mind meld. So two people come up, you count down from 3, like 3, 2, 1, and you try and say the same thing to each other, the same word.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that game to kind of get you in that space where it's like 3, 2, 1, gopher. Oh, and you're trying to get closer on the next one. Yeah, I love seeing that game when it clicks because it's just a little slice of that. Like, wow, that's amazing.
Just paying attention.
Yeah, paying attention and just syncing up.
Or, you know, when Matt says, like, do the runner's lunge and everyone just high fives each other and just gets super excited. Yeah. I just love that because I haven't done that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it just brings me back to a really happy place before I peaked.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on your way up the mountain right now. That's what I say. Hey, Pilates and improv is a killer combo. So respect. Yeah, respect. Because I know Pilates is not easy. I think I watched I did Pilates with one YouTube video at home one time, and I was like, oosh. But I got to be on the floor.
Reformer is great.
Oh, okay.
It actually helps you.
Yeah. That makes sense. I just had a yoga mat, you know, that's what I got at home. But good to know. Good to know. All right, getting back to improv or Pilates. Now, thinking about your experience thus far, and you've kind of already touched on this a little bit, so maybe this is redundant, but just thinking about, you've talked about the lessons you've learned in class, how it's affected you as an improviser. Have you seen it bleed into other areas of your life as well?
I know it's cheesy, but people always say that the friends you make.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like the word I use is quirky, but quirky in a good way. Because I feel like we're all like a little bit quirky.
Yeah,
but it's
is.
hard to say that, especially as you become, or I become more professional, right? I always try to like lean towards, hopefully, the more put together presentation. But I really love hanging out with people in class. And we've gone karaokeing like outside of class.
That's awesome.
What was really cool, but the phenomenal part is that I feel like that first like outside of here hangout was really easy because we already had good chemistry. Yeah. But also improv gives you the ability to create good chemistry.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So you know how you meet people, you do these like awkward things where you're like, oh, okay, we'll give it like, I don't know.
We'll give it a little bit of time. Maybe we'll find something.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Yeah. But it was just so like instantaneous because I feel like the people here are universally like quirky, like willing to try new things, which I feel is so admirable.
Pretty bold. Yeah.
Pretty bold. Like people do like really crazy like career decisions and you're like, wow, kudos to you. And also really supportive. Like not just like, you know, like little claps or like smiles, like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Like you did that.
Yeah.
And so that just, I think having those 3 traits, they're just beautiful things that you can have in all different aspects of life. Right. And it could just, you do that at work, maybe not the risk taking, depending on where you want to go long term.
I think there's opportunity for some risks at work, depending on your job, but risks within reason too.
Risks within reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But just other friends, I think I'm a lot happier and I just prioritize bringing lightness because I think I used to always think about like, oh, whatever happened to me that moment, my package didn't deliver. Like it would just stall me. And, you know, no one really wants to hear, right? They already had to feel like think about their own packages or, you know, the phone calls they didn't make and everything else going on. So I try to give more gifts, right? In life, whatever I'm doing. Just be like, that's a really nice shirt. That is a really nice shirt. Yeah. I like the blue. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Give more gifts.
Gives more gifts.
Yeah, I like that though. I mean, this has a positive benefit for you and for people around you too. Cause it can feel good. It can feel good to give compliments.
Yeah.
Or, to give gifts to people.
Right.
And I know it feels good to receive them too.
And it's not to anticipate a gift back, right? You're just literally like picking the one thing. And I think everyone has something that they're doing well that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and whether that's in class or at work or just with friends, like
just showing up to work, like wow, it's good to see you today. Like
hey, great job on that presentation.
Wow, really learned a lot.
I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
It's really cool.
See how it goes. Yeah,
you just notice when you're really looking at other dynamics.
Yeah,
people I think sometimes feel like if they give something to someone else, is taking from themselves. Right? Like it's not restorative, but it is incredibly restorative. And I don't think there's any downside to giving something so freely that could uplift someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, do I lose anything? Literally nothing. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. It just doesn't require a cost anything of me. Then why am I not doing it? Yeah. I think that's a good perspective. And it's like improv kind of trains you to do that.
It does.
And then you can take that anywhere else. Off topic, but I have to ask for karaoke. Did you guys do a room or was it like public karaoke? What was the setup?
No, it was a room, a closed, soundproof room that sold alcohol and other fun food. Yes.
Very nice. I mean, get some good food, get some good drinks, have a good time. You have a go-to karaoke song?
We went to the Culver Karaoke, just opened pretty close to here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was a really good time just because I think you have universal karaoke songs.
Yeah, that's true. There's just, and that's kind of the point, right?
That's the point, right? Yeah. Kelly Clarkson, Bon Jovi. Yeah.
You just pick stuff. It's like, we all know this one. I'm going to sing it, but come on, everyone kind of join
sings it, right?
Yeah, because it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, it's kind of like improv. It's like, everybody get in here.
I think anything you try to do in unison together is much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, that's a good point. If you want a good karaoke experience, Kelly's got some good tips for you folks. So check those out. In the past, I'd be like, no, I want to sing like musical theater solos at karaoke. But unfortunately, that's not what karaoke's about.
You could sing?
I'm okay. Yeah, I have a background in musical theater. Not so much these days. But, that's what I want to do at karaoke. But, that's kind of like, that's not what you're not there for the concert, But it's just like, when else do you get a chance to like sing,
No, that's really beautiful. Yeah. I really admire people who naturally have a good voice because it's just the way people remember you and it just helps you express yourself and it's something I'm working toward. So I'm jealous.
2027. Wait. So what are our goals? Stand up, sing up. I mean, you can sit down too when you sing. Yeah. Up to you.
Yeah.
But I gotta adopt that serial hobbyist mindset. I've never heard of that.
No, I thought it was really cool and it really did change my life.
Yeah. I mean, it's something you started doing.
It's freeing.
You're just sticking with it. And it's something I've definitely had on my mind lately of like, man, I want to do something else.
Something just anything. Random, right?
Yeah. Literally anything. Yeah. I was like, I'm tired when I get home from work, but I'm not so tired that I can't do anything, Because
you want to find something that's re-energizing in a good way. That's something you uniquely like love. Because otherwise, I notice you just feel tired. You could always feel tired.
Yeah. Everybody has to work. Like, you know, everyone can be like, yeah, I am tired from work today. Oh, yeah, big deal. So is literally everyone else who went to work. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who gave up time, right, to survive and support themselves.
And I know there's people who have harder and more tiring jobs than mine. You know, it's like probably people who work like construction, you know?
Right.
Like, that's a tough gig.
No.
They're building houses and stuff. I don't have to do that. I'm just clicking a lot, you know? Like,
and talking a lot.
yeah, talking, clicking, typing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different thing, but it's like, yeah, I just need to do something, you know? So...
Hey, you're already good at so many different things.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know my life.
Sketch teacher.
Oh, you know about that.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing we do. I guess that is a hobby. This is kind of a hobby that I do because it's well, it's fun and I care about it.
And a lot of different skills, I feel like.
Yeah, we have a few.
Visual, being able to communicate, talk to people.
I sent a lot of emails.
You bring a lot. You streamline the process. Go to operations. You're going to become a social media expert.
Guru. That's me. Watch out. All platforms. I'm on my way. Yeah. Once I remember the password. No, I got those. That would be bad if I didn't. Someone has them, not me. No, but I appreciate that. Thank you. It was very kind. All right, Kelly, I just got a couple more questions for you. Then
sure.
we're gonna do some improv.
We're gonna do something.
You're gonna make up 12 original, unique characters for me, back to back, 30 seconds of each.
I'd probably be like waving.
What's that one called? Yeah.
You know, Matt did do like one physical act, right? He was like, you go up there and do something to see how it changes your like character thing. So
Yep.
You just got to give me constraints.
Yeah. Well, that's
it does help, right?
Constraints create creativity.
Yes, I love that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Here's one thing I'll tell you about characters, and I think you already kind of mentioned it because Matt, right? Let's like do a physical thing.
Right.
Like you have like so many different tools to come up with a character. It's your voice, right? How you sound, how you speak. It's your body, how you move, right? And then it's your point of view, right? Your opinion. Right? You have those three things, and anytime you enter a scene, you can use any one of those things to inform the character. And you don't have to have the character fully formed. Just pick one of those things, start there, and then see how the rest just kind of falls into place. It's like you're yes-anding yourself. You know?
I like that. That's very beautifully said.
That's what we do in sketch. So that's why it's the first night of sketch is all about characters because we got to find some characters and then write them.
So you love characters.
Oh yeah, I love characters.
Oh, I'm not talking.
I'm the opposite of you. I'm like, I love characters. Yeah.
We don't have that connection. Got it.
Love characters, but I could work on relationship a little more. Yeah.
I think relationships are hard.
Yeah.
Just naming it.
Yeah,
right.
they are.
And especially if you don't want to do something cliche.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Brother, sister, husband, wife. It's like we see that. Cousin. I don't know. There's a lot in there, but you're gonna find it. 2026 is a year of characters. Kelly's characters. You're gonna have a catalog of characters. Kelly's catalog of characters. That's what
I would really like that because I think I read or heard somewhere that the point, if you're really good at improv, then here's you, and you want to move away from you to become an entirely like new character and not to have any remnants of yourself because you could so far like empathize and find that character's like point of view. And currently in my scene work, I always find me. Like, there's always me, someone.
Yeah. You're like, it's me. Well, but the thing is too, right? No matter what, every choice you make in an improv scene is based off you because you only know what you know.
Right.
Right. Like, so many times there's like a scene where one person makes a pop culture reference and the other person has no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Those are sometimes my favorite moments because it's like, you don't know what it is, but in this scene, you're going to pretend you know what it is, or you're just going to say what it is, even if you're wrong.
Right.
And we don't care. And that's true with the character too, right? Like it's informed by what you know or what you've seen in your life,
I like that.
And no matter what, it's going to be unique because you are not the same as the next person who's performing. There's not two Kellys up on stage unless there's someone else named Kelly in your class.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I don't know that there's any other Kellys at the studio? Not that I can recall. So you're good.
Not yet.
So you're good. No. We usually one person per name at the studio. No, that's
that
not
makes
true.
the studio
not
seem
true.
really small.
Yeah, we can really limit.
There's a lot of people here.
There's more than one mat. So that's confusing.
That's fair. Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where was I going with that? Okay. So what I want you to think about, Kelly, you got this pitch, 9-10 months ago in a line at a convention. They got you to research and find some improv. What would you say to someone to kind of convince them to come try out an improv class?
I think if you really want to learn how to communicate and build relationships in all areas of your life, and I think that relationships build happiness. So having good relationships with your coworkers, having deeper ones with your friends, being more understanding of your family. I think those are the main buckets of life, and improv is the best avenue that I've ever done to be able to enhance all things at once.
That's a good pitch. I think I'll sign up. Yeah. Do I just go to improvforthepeople.com? or no, maybe not. Wow. I really like that. Yeah, just buckets of different things. Understanding your family. That's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think just because it's the only time that you take the time to understand someone's point of view. Right. And people just say that. And I thought I understood it by reading books, but that's kind of a very passive activity.
Yeah.
Right. But actually becoming that character. And sometimes like my real life influences my improv scenes.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. Because you're trying to work through something and it just influences what you say. And you see different outcomes. And then you realize that, you know what? Like I might not have been entirely right in saying that could be hurtful, or maybe this wasn't the best way that I should have handled it. Right. And it's a fun way to play in a sandbox to make big real life realizations.
Yeah. Ooh, fun. Money. Print it right there. Signed, sealed, delivered.
It's true.
Perfect.
I honestly believe, and I think I've done like a lot of different things in my life, but improv is probably the best thing that I've ever done. Because I feel like I'm a better person because of it.
Better than Pilates.
Yes. Because Pilates will help me live longer.
Yeah.
But I think to be giving and to be kind, right, is how you want to leave like a mark on people. Because it could actually make people feel better, do better, and in that process, you become better.
I like that a lot. Because, at the end of the day, improv is so other focused.
Yes.
That's the point. Collaborative, like you said, and you love collaboration. Words of wisdom from Kelly. I like that a lot. I think that would get some people through the door. I know that for sure.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. You ready to do some improv?
Sure. Let's see.
All right. So there's a little bit of not constraints, but there's a little bit of a setup to help you out. Well, and also we're on a podcast. We're sitting down. We're in front of microphones. So we already have a constraint. We ain't going to stand up.
Okay.
It's audio more than anything. All right. So for this game, it's maybe one you played before. It's not a crazy game. It's going to be, what do we call it? Wow. Sorry, I forgot the name.
You're so rough. In the moment.
We're going to have to cut all of this. And now I have to do some editing. No, it's called, Fake Expert. All right. So in this game, Fake Expert, I'm going to give you a topic, at least I've chosen this topic randomly. And to my knowledge, you're not an expert on it. I mean, you might be. I don't know.
Oh, that would be amazing.
But the topic that you're going to be an expert on today is wearable food.
Oh.
Wearable food. And you're going to come onto my talk show. I'll have you come in, and I'm going to grill you. I'm going to ask you some questions about wearable food. I'm going to demonstrate your expertise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the concept.
You look great. I can't wait to learn more about it once the game starts.
All right.
Any questions that you have for me, Kelly, before we begin?
No.
I'll just do lights up and then I'll black us out when we're done. Just like a normal improv scene.
All right.
But
This sounds fun.
Let's do it.
I got to raise the energy. This is good.
All right. This game is called Fake Expert. Here we go. Lights up. Welcome back, everyone, from that commercial break. Today, I'm joined by an incredible guest, an expert on wearable food. Wow. Boys, that's something I don't know about. So I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here to talk about the future of food and also what the future of our bodies are going to look like.
Absolutely. I mean, I am just fascinated by this emerging trend. And for those of you at home, Dr. Jennifer, you've been working in the wearable food space for how long now?
About 10 years, right after college.
Wow. Incredible. Oh my goodness. So just to help our audience at home, could you kind of give me an example or maybe a definition of what wearable food is?
Well, it came by this thought process that food delivery was just too slow, right? We need gratification.
Yes.
Immediately.
So much.
But we also need to be healthy.
You're right.
We do. And that's why I thought instead of building robots to do more things to bring us our food, why don't we make it a part of our bodies?
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
To lower the friction point, if you had a roll of bracelets of broccoli, right?
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't you just eat that, or an asparagus roll that you just wore all day and then you got hungry and then you're like, I gotta take off my bracelet.
It's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Perfectly seasoned. Everything that we get is organic.
Oh my.
Non-pesticides.
What? Non-GMO?
Non-GMO.
Non-GMO people.
Yes. Not genetically modified in any way.
Thank God.
We get it straight from the farmer.
Oh, farm to bracelet?
Farm to bracelet. And we have found, based on the scientific studies, that the easier it is to eat, the more people will eat, but we require them to eat healthier.
It's incredible. Just incredible.
Yes. And we also have a friendship bracelet series.
Oh.
Inspired by the one and only Taylor Swift.
TS.
Yes.
Life of a showgirl.
Exactly. And we just thought it'd be a really cool way to build community, that maybe I want more than asparagus in a broccoli.
Mix and match.
And you have a tomato bracelet that I just want to add to my collection to be able to eat. So we could just, exactly, you're getting it.
Yes.
Yes. The product is selling for itself.
Yeah. This explanation is just so thorough. I am wondering, doctor, I guess I imagine, I wake up one day, I put on my asparagus bracelet, but by the end of the day, I've eaten it. It's gone. Does that mean I need to keep buying a new bracelet every day?
Yes, we do run on subscription.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. But it's a fixed rate.
Okay.
It's $100 a month.
Okay.
But that's all you'll be eating. You'll just
That's
eating.
True. It's not just clothes.
It's not just clothes.
Not just clothes, which is where, some of those other companies might get you. It's only clothes. Don't eat that. Don't eat those jeans.
No. It's a fashion statement. It's healthy. You build collaboration with others, and you also get more time back. Because what is more valuable than getting more time to do what you love? To spend time with your family. You could share bracelets then.
Yep.
Spend more time at work so you could get ahead, right? That's important.
Always more work.
More time for hobbies, right? I heard improv is a great way to collaborate. They're really into bracelet sharing there as well.
Those weirdos?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've seen a lot of growth in a lot of different ways.
Now, I have to ask, doctor, let's say I'm interested in buying some of these accessories for my child, but my child's picky. Do you have any options for them?
I really believe in constraints. So if that's all the child can eat, that's all your child will eat. Now, we do allergy tests to make sure it's not a food sensitivity, to make sure that there's no scientific reason why your child should or should not be eating the bracelet. But if it's just a taste preference, I think it's really important to grow them young, like to grow those healthy taste buds. Don't expose them to chocolate, like just expose them to healthy wearables. That's their only snack. And I hope that way that we can improve movement in people's lives, decrease obesity, and just have healthier, fulfilling lives. That's our tagline.
Wow. Those are some absolutely noble goals, doctor. I'm curious, has there been a food that failed, that didn't work as a wearable?
Yes. Something that was very spicy. Yes.
I could see that being an issue.
So something we tried like bell peppers, right? Just to add more zest to it.
Love it.
But
green, red, yellow, orange.
Yeah, people weren't sharing enough bracelets, right? To have like a good, full meal from it. They were trying to eat it alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we try to target, different tastes. So it was, a little too zesty for some. So we try to go for the more mild, healthy palate.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you're looking to bring maybe something more protein or carnivore based to the market?
We're always looking ahead to the future. And I don't know if we'd have raw, right, carnivore base, but, I personally am a huge fan of jerky. And I do think...
Chewy.
Right? And it kind of already lends itself to that shape to be able... And I do think it preserves its freshness.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And I think that would be a beautiful way to incorporate it. Also fish at some point as well.
Well, tuna time.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I'm all in. All right. My final question for you, doctor.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future of edible wearables in the next 10 years? Where's this going? Where are we headed?
I think we're all going to look really good. Really hot.
Blackout!
That's what everyone wants to hear. You want to look
That's
really
what
hot.
everyone wants to hear. If I wear this asparagus bracelet, I'm going to be hot.
Full head of hair. No
Whoa.
gut.
Hey.
Right? Unlimited energy.
Time for hobbies? Yeah, I'm sold. Well done. This doctor, a true expert on wearable food.
I thought the concept was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. That's just what I thought of. Yeah. Have you ever seen the second Despicable Me movie? It's okay if you haven't.
No.
Yeah. In that one, at some point during the film, they get a hat that's made of, it's a sombrero, but it's a giant tortilla chip, the whole hat. And then it's got a bowl of guacamole in the top. And I was like, that would be so much fun because they're just like breaking off the hat, dipping it, and then eating it. Yeah.
Were you watching that recently?
No. Probably not within 5 years. I don't know why I thought of that. Okay. I think it's just, I had some chips and salsa in the past few days. So maybe I think it just reminded me of that.
That influenced.
Yeah. Because I don't even think that second Despicable Me movie is that good. But that hat.
All right.
That influential, let me tell you.
Now I know what your logo should be.
Yeah. Just
hat.
Food. A hat from a movie it was fine. Didn't have that much of an impact besides the hat. All right, Kelly, before we close out tonight's episode, are there any final words you want to leave us with on life, on wearable foods, on improv, on anything at all?
I think all the teachers here have something different and unique to offer, and there's just so much community. It's the first place that I've been that I really enjoy meeting someone who's a stranger and knowing that interaction's already going to be good, and you're going to walk away feeling really good to have been here and to have met the people who are here. They're just the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kelly, for so much for coming on the show tonight. It was an absolute pleasure to sit and chat with you. As always, thank you so much for checking out Improv for the podcast. We'll be back in a couple weeks with another new episode, but until then. Improv Improv for the Podcast was created by Matt Moore and Michael Lee Evans. Edited and produced by Michael Lee Evans. And finally, presented by Improv for the People. Interested in more IFTP? You can visit us at improvforthepeople.com or on our socials, such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Remember, new episodes are released weekly. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.